Hello there folks, it's me RJB with part number 2 between Scanned and Byul. In the previous video, Byul won Protoss against Zerg and Zerg against Protoss against a somewhat rusty Scan, but now in game number 3 we're gonna look at a Terran against Zerg with Byul on the Zerg and Scan on the Terran. Can Scan turn the tides around, or is Byul going to stay in the lead and get himself a third win? Let's see what's going to happen. We've got Byul here on the shorter barcode name. That's the only way we can recognize them. The longer barcode is Scan, and the shorter barcode is Byul. A little bit confusing, but we'll have to make do with it. Here on the purple Zerg on the 1 o'clock spawn location, and on the 6 o'clock spawn location, we have Scan here on the red Terran. Gonna speed up the first minute just a tiny little bit. Now Scan there goes for a barracks in the choke. Okay. He's gonna try to bunker rush, that is for sure. Maybe he isn't, but I have a feeling he is. He's played against this bunker rush strategy from a lot of players in SCW during the time he played SCW, and honestly, if you do the bunker rush build order and the Zerg is pretty much right next to you, the Zerg is going to suffer quite badly. Let's just hope for Byul that that's not the case. I do admit here though that Byul is on a pretty difficult to first scout spawn location. Scan is probably going for the mid spawns first with his SCVs, and then going to the corners here with his Marines. So there's a very small chance that he will find Byul early. It's most likely Byul will be safe and sound by the time Scan finds out where Byul is located. I don't think Scan is going to scout just chokes. He is going to scout just chokes. A lot of Koreans like to go for non-choke build orders, but this time around Byul went for a choke, but it also looks like he will be somewhat safe. Marine there is going to either 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. It's going towards 1 o'clock. We've got some Zerglings queued up there from Byul, and only a single Sunken there in the choke, but it has already taken so much time for Scan to find Byul that I think Byul should get this Sunken up quite safely. The two Zerglings spawned just in time to keep that Marine away, and yeah, the bunker rush didn't quite succeed. It didn't quite succeed. And that does slow down Scan's build order, I want to say, but he's going for a very quick command center off of the two barracks. He stopped producing Marines altogether. So there's actually quite a good window to build maybe even a third command center right here, because he's saving up quite the amount of minerals. Quite the amount of minerals are being saved up. Goes for double refinery. I have a feeling he's going to go for a third command center because he's saving up so much money. But maybe he isn't. Maybe he isn't. Looks like he isn't. My feelings tell me he is because he has got so much minerals, but he's just relocating his barracks. He is getting gas because he really desperately needs gas, because against the Zerg, you're going to need a lot of gas-centric units. So if you don't get that rolling quick and early, you're going to be in it for a bad time. Now, Byul already has his lair on the way, and I have got a feeling that he's going to go for Mulodiscs because there's no Hydrodisc den yet. Usually, you would start the Hydrodisc den around halfway through the lair morphing process, so you can have lurker aspects start immediately when that lair is finished. So there's the Spire. There's no fourth hatchery there in the back, only one in the front and two here in the back. Adding on gas number 2 and 3, because you're going to need that to finance your Mulisks, otherwise you can't really afford to get them. Now, a fun little thing about Scan's TVZ on fastest, he's lost about 2 of them. Yeah, he's lost about 2 TVZs on fastest in, I think, about 200 games. His TVZ on fastest, and his TVZ in general, he is really, really good at it. He qualified for the ASL basically with his TVZ skills. He beat Killer, who is a very good low money player, and he beat Yuck. both very good Zerg players, and he beat them both for the ASL qualifiers. And then, of course, there's his almost 100% win rate on TVZ on fastest. But I don't think he's played against a player of the level of Byul in TVZ much. He's played against Hamburger Sasu TVZ, and he won all those games. But I think Byul's ZVT on fastest might just be a little bit better than Hamburger Sasu's. And that's purely because Byul has insanely good micro. The Hamburger Sasu's micro is also really good, but Byul's Muldisk micro just achieves way more than Hamburger Sasu's micro ever could. Because, well, Byul was almost a pro player, and he played in ASL. So his micro is on another level than Hamburger Sasu's. So Armory's on the way there, and he's got two starports on the way as well. He scans, and I think he saw quite a bit of important information there in the back. Saw the Spire. I don't think he saw the Mulisks, but they have already left the base, and I think he's going to assume that they're already on the way. His Marine count is kind of low. He's got a lot of barracks there, though, so he can produce a lot of Marines and Medics very, very quick to protect his base. He's got turrets are already on the way. Mules are coming in hot. Going to snipe that SV there on the side. He's just going to try to slow scan down. There's no killing potential in these Mules. There's just harassment potential, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to fly around, go SCVs, and be very annoying, and hopefully buy himself enough time to grow bigger and to get that hive tech up and running. Because the Queen's Nest is already there, he's going to keep flying around there with the Mules and start killing Marines. And he's doing quite successfully, even so successfully that Scan feels he's forced to pull his Marines from the middle back to his base to prevent further loss of economy, structures, and basically anything. He really has to start stopping the bleed. Byul, knowing that the Marines have left, oh wait, he's going back up to the top side. As Byul knows that the Marines got pulled back, Scan now notices that the Mulists are also pulling back, so he's putting his Marines there back onto the middle, and he might snipe his Overlord there once he pulls back here to secure the perimeter. Mulists there, oh, and yeah, as the Mulists see, as Byul sees that the Marines are going back into the middle, he goes back into Scan space, because now the Marines are gone, he can freely start harassing this Terran base. Marines there on the middle, got some Valkyries there finishing up though, and that's going to be pretty bloody. Scan is really strong with Valkyrie control. So the Mulists are forced to retreat, Valkyrie still in the chase, Marines there going in for the attack, they're on the sunken mass. And I don't think he's going to break through, because that's so many sunken. He's going to try his best though. There's only 4 medics in the mix, and now the Mulists are coming in from the bottom side to clear out the Marines that are still left alive. Yeah, he clears that out. Scan didn't make much progress. He killed 3 Sunkens. Not a lot of Sunken kills. Also 2 Scorches there. He's going back in for the fight. He's really trying hard to get as many Mulist kills as he can. But none of the Mulists there go down. They all stay alive. And he just lost his entire mass. But he's on track. He's on track. He's on 46 SCVs. He's slowly growing bigger. He did lose, I think, about 5 or 6 to the Mulist harassment. But in the end, I think that this situation is very good for Byul, because he's already in Hive Tech, double Evo Chamber, scans technology there. The Filer Mount there also already on the way. And now Scan is going to have to play some catch-up. He's going to have to play some catch-up, although he does have Armory finished, Ship Weapon almost finished as well, double Engineering Bay. He wants to add on more Marines. He's later on going to phase out away from Marines, but currently he's still sticking with the Marines. He's still sticking with the anti-air Byul order. He's got a lot of Valkyries to take down those Mulists. He's going to try to break through the front once again with a replenished Marine mass. This time around he's got more medics than the previous time. Previously he had 4, now he's got 6. He's got level 1 attack there, finished all the Marines, so they're pretty darn strong. Level 1 attack there, play air, also finishing very soon. Level 1 armor, 4 Marines are on the way. And dropships are also on the way. He's adding on more starports as well. So only on a single factory. Feels he only needs a single one. Command Center number 3, they're also on the way. Yeah, he goes in for the attack once again. He's going to try to break through, but the Sun have replenished the front there. Scorcher coming in to take down the air units. The air units are defending it pretty well. The Mulists only going to take him down there. They're going to try and go for the top side there, but I don't think they're going to be able to. A lot of lurkers are morphing in the front here as well to try and prevent a death, because I think these Marines might be able to break through, although the medics are running out of energy, and usually medics running out of energy kind of means that your Marines are going to die within a couple of hits. He's going to try to kill as many of these Sunkens here as he can, but I don't think he can get the last one. Yeah, the last one is not going to go down. The Filer finishes, and that's gonna mean we're gonna see the Filer swarm there in the choke. Mules are going down there to the Valkyries, though. Scorch is coming in to save the day, and yes, they do save the day quite handily. Everything has been cleared out, and Scan hasn't made much progress, but he has opened up a pathway for his Marines to enter the base and go for some really heavy damage there. The Lurkers are already coming from the front to the backside to try and protect. He's going to try to snipe the Greatest Spire there, but the Greatest Spire is going to finish, but he's going to go down immediately as well. The Lurkers can't really get in there because they're blocked from going all the way into the back. He's going to try to kill as many drones as he can. He's killing drones pretty damn fast with a staircase there on the Marines. He's already killed 10 drones, 11, 15, 16. Wow, he's going to get 20 drone kills in... Oh, almost 20, 26, 27, 20... Holy crap. That Marine drop was absolutely brutal. Oh my god. Oh my god. That tech switch, distracting, drawing all the attention to the front side here and going in with the Marine drop there in the back. That really did a number on Byul. Byul was not prepared for that one, and Scan just absolutely turned the game in his favor. He's on 5 command centers there in the back. He's still very low on factory count, very low on starport count, but he's got everything he needs at the moment. He's going for another drop there from the other side. But Lurkers are already moved to the back to protect, but that means there's less Lurkers in the front to hold the base. He's unloading there on the side. He's gonna go in for the Overlord there first. He's unloading a little bit too close to Lurkers. Lurkers are burrowing. Yeah, he's gonna have to pull up to the top side there and focus on the Defiler Mount. Maybe he's gonna get it, maybe he isn't. It really depends on whether these Lurkers can burrow up quick enough. He gets to the Defiler Mount. Well, that was a really great sniper on the Defiler Mount. That's gonna slow Byul down even more, considering he's already poor and he can't really afford to rebuild it. That's a really good call there from Scan. He's really putting these dropships to great use. Also already getting a lot of control there up on the sides. This game just turned from a stalemate into from a 50-50 into a definitive advantage in favor of Scan. But Byul isn't dead yet. He's close to being dead, but he isn't dead yet. Scan is going for control over the map first. He wants to give Byul absolutely no chance to sneakily sneak out with an Overlord and a Lurker and a Defiler and land inside Scan space to fuck up his economy. He's going to play it safe. Whether that's the best choice, I don't know. It does look like he can't break through the front door because there's a Defiler waiting there with 4 Lurkers ready to be Dark Swarmed to keep Scan out of the base. So this might just be the correct choice from Scan here, asserting control, asserting dominance, and taking away the breathing room for Byul as he sets himself up to grow bigger and bigger. Mostly with his upgrades, mostly with upgrades. He's still pretty small there on his production. It's only 6 barracks, doesn't have many factories or starports at all, but he's slowly growing, slowly asserting control. And that's what matters, asserting control. Currently his Marines are on level 1-1. There are no more future Marine upgrades on the way, mostly focusing on tank and air upgrades, considering he wants to switch over into tank and air in the near future, radiating the Lurkers in the choke so he can try to barge through sometime in the future. Byul though now back on 50 drones, so he's recovering, not that fast, but he's recovering. He hasn't really experienced much pressure from Scan since that second Marine drop. These are factories there on the side for Scan. He's throwing down 6 of them at the same time. He keeps on radiating those Defilers there in the Lurkers there in the front. He's gonna try to radiate the Defiler there in the back as well. An Overlord as well. He's gonna radiate everything he can. Scorch is coming in to kill the vessels, but there's turrets here trying to protect the vessels. He's gonna try to micro his way out there, but a couple of vessels still do go down to the Scorches, but not a loss that Scan isn't willing to take. He's okay with losing a couple of his vessels. He doesn't really care that much. Byul, however, is trying his hardest to make his way back into the game. He's now filling out 7 gazers in total. Got his Defiler Mount back, and his Greater Spire also once again on the way, getting level 1 or level 2 getting level 2 carapace and level 1 or 2 melee attack for ground. So I think he's gonna switch over into probably, I don't want to call it, but he might switch over into probably Lurker Ling or Ultra Lurker Ling. One of those 2 options are probably what he's aiming for, considering he's getting weapon attack upgrades, and otherwise you wouldn't get those weapon attack upgrades for melee, before getting them for Hydralisks. But I don't know yet. I don't know yet. But that's just what I'm feeling. So yeah, he's filling out a lot of factories. He's got a lot of building space here on this 6-block spawn location to fill out every single structure. He's struggling slightly for gas though, as the 6-block spawn location does mine gas a little bit slower than every single other base. That is a small advantage that Byul does have. But yeah, I really thought Scan would go for the kill move, but I do think he simply didn't have an army left after that all-in frontal attack and the drops there in the back. And that's giving Byul a lot of time to recover. He's almost on 120 supply. His upgrades are in very good shape. He's got a very high hatchery count as well. But do remember, Scan is also really progressing really well. That's a lot of factories. 12 there, another 3 for a total of 15. Then number 16 here in the back. Number 17, number 18 there as well. That's a very high amount of factories and production that he can keep using. He's going in for the radiate there onto the drones there with the Valkyries. Valkyries are damn beefy. A lot of HP. Micring killing all the drones that he can. He does have burrows, so he's going to burrow up a lot of his drones, but he still loses a couple of them. And mostly his gas drones are getting screwed up by the Valkyries. That's super annoying. It's going to completely fuck up his gas income. So yeah, a small little hit there. Took out about 15 drones, I think, in total. Byul lost a lot of income. He wasn't one mineral. He was on exactly 1 mineral. So that hit probably slowed him down just enough for Scan to start advancing. Also, the fighter there in the front is not paying attention. There's no Dark Swarm there on it yet. He's going to try to take down those lurkers before they loses the detection. But he took down 1 or 2 lurkers, so it's at least something. And now he's going to set up shop here in the front, sieging up his tanks there within range of the Dark Swarms, and try to push into Byul's base. Can Byul get a good counterattack going? Or is Byul slowly going to lose this tug of war with the vessels and the tanks slowly progressing forward? Yeah, there's a pretty good push forward from Byul. All units there do go down though. There's not a lurker under the Dark Swarm, so that went really well for Scan, as now Byul has pretty much no army that he can use to keep Scan out of the base. So Scan is going to progress very soon. Set up shop here a little bit deeper into the base and progress and progress and progress until Byul calls GG. That's what I predict. I kind of want Byul to make somewhat of a comeback here. The chances of a comeback against this good of a contain, against this steady of a production, and then against this Terran control just seems very unlikely. More Valkyries there, sacrificing their lives for the greater purpose, for the greater good. But try to kill some drones there. Drones are burrowing. Drones are burrowed up, but he still killed about 6 or 7 of them. So he got a couple of them. There's a nuke coming in as well. It's somewhere underneath here. There's no detection to spot the ghost. It's taking a little bit too long to detect it. It's taking too long to detect it. He's splitting up his army. Down comes the nuke. Oh, he hit them right there. Oh my god. Byul dodged into the wrong direction. The nuke came down here, not here. He got him good. He got him good. That nuke was a beauty. He's gonna kill Overlords now. He's just tearing him apart at this point. There actually is nothing left for Byul to defend himself. One, because everything is being taken down there. Lurkers are moving to the front, but the Lurkers are going to go down. Guardians got mowed down by the Valkyries, and there's a couple of pilots there still in the mix. But they don't really pose much of a threat against the tanks, so they're going to roll up deeper into the base very soon. Very soon. More tanks coming in. Yeah, Scan is playing this one really solidly. Ooh, vessels running for their lives, but this turret's doing a great job there, taking down the sports before they really hit anything at all. I think he took down 1 or 2, but that's really something he don't care about. Something he don't care about. 2 upgrades there for the tank. He's rolling up, setting up a great strong perimeter. He's getting a great tank spread there on the side of Byul's base. There's not a ghost there in the mix. Does he have a nuke in those? He has 2 nukes. He's got 2 nukes. He's going to nuke here from the bottom corner. You have to try to keep those Overlords away with the Valkyries so we can march closer and closer and closer. There's still an Overlord there, so he might kill the ghost before they get to drop the nuke. Yeah, those ghosts went down just quick enough, so no nukes coming down here onto Byul. 2 more nukes are once again in production. Byul is losing ground. He's holding steady. He's holding for now. But as the pilots go down, yeah, Byul knows it's over. He knows it. He knows this is a futile resistance. And Scan wins game number 3 convincingly. Like, after he hit that mass marine drop there, it was pretty much over. It took a little bit longer than I thought Scan would take to finish off Byul, but Byul held his own quite well until he didn't. So now we're swapping races. I think we're swapping races. I think now we've got Scan on the Zerg and Byul on the Terran. Let me see. Yeah, Byul on the Terran, Scan on the Red Zerg there on the top corner. Let's see what's gonna happen. Is Scan gonna even up the score, or is Byul going to maintain his lead and get himself win number 3? Scan has a very tricky Zerg in ZVT on fastest. He has great micro, great sense of planning and control, but most of all he plays it slightly different than all the other Koreans do. He plays it slightly different, and that slight difference in how he plays it might catch Byul off guard, or maybe Byul, also being a Terran low money map main and a semi-pro, of course has an extremely strong Terran. He's playing on his main, so I have very high expectations from Byul. I have very exceptionally high expectations from Byul. Everything is looking standard for now. Scan gets 9 hats to the choke, 9 pull, and of course 9 hatchery in the back. Then starts up a couple more drones, and then gonna save up a couple larvae for 6 Zerglings, or maybe 4 Zerglings. I'm not too sure what he's gonna go for. Some players like to go for 6. Byul last game went for only 2. Some players go for 4, and I'm not sure if there's really any reason that explains the difference. I mean, if you go for 2 Zerglings, you of course get 2 larvae you can make drones with, so you get a little bit more money. But if you don't feel safe, you go for 6 Zerglings in total. But that of course costs more money, it loses you on some drones, so there's some drawbacks, there's some advantages. Looks like he's going for 2 Zerglings as well. Go for 2 Sunkens immediately though there in the choke. Byul last game went only for a single Sunken, which gave Byul 1 more drone on the minerals. In the end, it didn't really help him out much. But maybe we're gonna notice a difference. There's a lair on the way, still only 2 Sunkens there in the choke. Got a very fast academy coming out there from Byul. Probably went for 8 supply, 9 barracks. I should have checked. But this looks like an 8 supply, 9 barracks. Instead of an 8 barracks, 9 supply build order, which usually slows down the gas and the academy by about 30 seconds each. So yeah, I think he's going to try to break through the front door there with Medic Stim. Scan is playing it a little bit risky by only having 2 Sunkens in a choke. He doesn't feel like he needs a 3rd or a 4th one yet. And I've seen Scan lose to a very simple Marine Medic front bust before, because he simply played his choke a little bit too risky, played a little bit too cheap, trying to preserve as many minerals as he could, and it didn't work out in his favor. Now we see a couple drones there moving to the front to fortify the choke though, so he knows that it's probably what Byul is going for, as he saw the medics walk through the choke there with the vision from the Overlord. He knows it. Engineering bay there on the way from Byul factory as well. Stim is finishing up very soon, so he's gonna break through at about 4:20 or 4:22 when the Stim finishes. He doesn't want to give Scan too much time, because if he gives Scan too much time, then Scan might just be able to fortify his choke just well enough to keep Byul out. A lot of fire bats are coming in from Byul though. That's a lot of fire bats. Fire bats are really good to break through chokes because they take more hits to go down than Marines do. He goes in, Firebat's going to try to sneak through. Firebat's going to try to sneak. Scan is blocking it, but the Firebats are still going to sneak through because there's simply too many units for the Sungas to kill. The Firebats make their way through. Yeah, he's going to go straight for the drones, and Scan gets obliterated by a Firebat sneak through. There's nothing here in the back that can realistically defend against the Firebats. It's a very quick 5-minute win for Byul because Scan didn't properly close off his choke, kept a wide opening there. Byul saw the opening and immediately knew what he had to do. Some Firebats into the mix and walk through the side there and win the game in only 5 minutes. So that is indeed a 3-1 score in favor of Byul. Scan falling further behind, but there's still a chance that he can make a comeback. There's still a chance. So let's go for game number 5. Byul again on the Zerg, Scan again on the Terran. How is this game number 5 going to play out? I have a feeling this one is going to be an interesting one. Because Byul and Scan now both know how the other plays this matchup. Where is this going to go? Oh, they played random against random or something? He called out T, which means I'm Terran. And then Byul said he was Zerg in Korean. Alright, he's going for the same build order again. Going to try to bunker rush. Byul is on a quite advantageous spawning location once again. All the way in the 11 o'clock spawn location. Pretty far away from the scouting patterns that Scan likes to use. So I don't think he's going to really get a bunker rush down on him again. And even now, looks like Byul is trying to avoid detection by scouting. He's putting no hatchery in the front, putting his hatchery all the way in the back there. If Scan scouts only the chokes, there's a chance, there is a realistic chance, that Byul is going to go undetected, and Scan might start wondering, where the hell is this guy? Where is he? I can't find him. And when he finds him, Byul comes smashing out with a very strong base. He's getting his pool after 2 hatcheries. So 9 hatch, 9 pool. And then we're going to see more drones being added on. And a 4th hatch as well at about 11 or 12 supply. Very early gas there, so that means he's going to get Zergling speed. Scan, yes, Scan is scouting only the chokes. Scan is scouting only the chokes. He is 100% sure that there's going to be a hatchery in the choke that he's going to find. But lo and behold, there is no hatchery in the choke. But yeah, he's going to pay for trying to cut corners. He's going to pay for it, that's for sure. He's going to pay for it dearly. 400 minerals there for Byul. Not adding on his hatchery yet. Not yet. Usually we see a 4th hatchery already morphing, but he is deciding against it because he's going to invest into Zergling speed and into Zerglings. And a quick lair as well. A very quick lair. Actually, the lair is coming up before the Zergling speed. I kind of don't like that he isn't getting that 3rd hatchery yet because he can afford it easily. He can easily afford it. And I've seen Hamburger Sasu and all the other top level fastest players do the same build, and they all always get that 3rd hatchery. Hylas then there also went away all the way in the back. As if he's going to try to scout, but he's going to get caught. No, it slips through. Information coming in there for Scan. Once he goes in there, sees a lair. He won't see the den though in the back. It's pretty well protected there in the back. He's not going to see it. Oh, he's going to see it. Oh. SCVs are pretty damn strong. He saw the lair. He has a wall in the front against lurkers though. We've got the engineering bay there also on the way. That's a fat barrack. Barrack. He's going for more barracks. Command center finishes in the back. 6 barracks in total. He's going really heavy on the Marines, and that's actually the correct choice here. Although he does need a vessel very soon as well. Once the academy finishes, we're going to see a scan because he knows he needs detection against the lurkers. With one attack there for the Marines on the way there from the engineering bay. So 6 barrack pressure. That's what we're going to look at. And we're looking at a very fast lurker from Byul. Byul currently completely untouched, though. I think if Scan decided to move out, he could put some real pressure onto Byul. Because there's only a single sunken. Now, of course, if Scan moves out, these Zerglings will detect and see the Marines moving out. He would add more sunken, so he's completely safe. The only reason he's only on a single sunken is because Scan is not moving out. That's the only reason why. If Scan moved out, we'd be seeing way more sunkens and Byul will be playing way more defensive. But currently, Scan is playing it very safe, very defensively. But Medic finishing up though, opens up the gates there, lifting up his barracks to move him downwards. Going to move out with the Marines and the Fire Bats. Going to try to hit Byul before Byul can finish his lurkers. Now, Byul, of course, as I just said, knows this is going to happen. So he's going to play a little bit more defensive. Maybe he has just enough time to finish morphing his lurkers. Maybe he doesn't. 2 more sunkens there coming up there. 3 more sunkens coming up. Oh, that Overlord there on the side might go down. It might not. Depends on whether Scan moves down. He moves down. He's going to see it. Goodbye, Overlord. Pew, 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 pew. There it goes. It's down. So Queen's Nest already on. Queen's Nest is finished, and Spire is also on the way. We're gonna see a hive soon. Ooh, Byul finishes everything just in time. Marines a little bit too late. Oof. Deciding to kill the Overlord might have actually saved Byul from any damage to his drones, because I do think those Firebats would have been able to walk towards the drones and Firebat them down with the flames and hurt the economy. But this time around, Byul is on the pushback. He's pushing Scan back towards his choke point there, where Scan is trying to set himself up with bunkers and turrets to keep Byul contained to his base. Byul has a hive on the way, Zergling speed as well. Gonna push a little bit more forward. The Marine's gonna be forced to pull back. Yeah, he's playing this one really well. Great spacing on the lurkers. Is he gonna get this? Looks like Scan is gonna win this exchange there. He knew exactly what to do. Split up his Marines really well. Takes down the lurkers. Only 1 of them left alive, but 2 more added to the mix. He's gonna try to push this once again. But Scan is very calmly progressing. Back at home, adding starports, factories, no science facility yet. Still only on 2 refineries, but he doesn't need the 3rd or the 4th one yet. He won't need it soon though. It is about time. He's going to have to add them on in about 20 seconds or so. He really does need it. Beyond now on 35 drones, he's been droning up pretty hard despite this build order, which usually is somewhat of an all-in. But he's managed to switch over into growing his economy bigger and bigger. Goes in there with the Scan, going to get those lurkers down. Lurkers escape just in time. Quick reaction there from Byul. Going to burn up a little bit closer to Sunken. Oh! This is great from Scan. Goes in, pushes quite effectively. Going to try to snipe the Defiler. The Defiler mount is cancelled just in time. Going to try to snipe that greatest Spire there on the corner. Ooh. This is a great move from Scan there. Going to snipe the Evo Chambers as well. Slow down all the upgrades. He's slowing down every single tech option Byul had, except the Lurkers. Although now he's going to get boxed in. Marines are pulling back. Going to get the Zerglings there in the corner. Might get the Overlord as well. He's getting as much out of this as he can, as he possibly can. He's really slowed Byul down there quite heavily. Another Scan there comes out, kills 2 more lurkers, but now there's no Scans remaining, and Scan is gonna lose his Marines, or he sneaks them out of there just in time. But more lurkers are morphing from Byul, and now Scan has a small army as he just used his entire Marine mass. Has a couple of reinforcements arriving here, but these lurkers that are finishing up now might, combined with the other lurkers and the Zerglings, be just enough to break through this small little wall here in the choke point. He's restarting all his upgrades. The new Defiler mount is finished. Spire number 2 also on the way. He's splitting them up. He's going to go for the attack. Oh, Scan is trying to get as many kills as he can. Throws in a Scan. Is he going to get any of this? The lurkers are just destroying the Marines. Absolute destruction. He's not going to push out though. He knows if he tries to push out, he's going to lose too many of his lurkers, which would make a follow-up attack from Scan significantly easier to pull off. He's just going to preserve them for now. Preserve them for now. Scan setting up turrets on the sides. This is starting to look like somewhat of a repeat of last game, minus the meatless control, minus the heavy Valkyrie count from Scan. Although he's getting Valkyries once again, just to take down those Overlords there on the sides and the Scorches as well. Because currently, there's actually almost no anti-air from Byul. He's got almost no Hydralisks, no air units because he lost his Spire, so he couldn't make air units. This has some Scorches, just okay, he's preparing himself for the Valkyries. He knows the Valkyries are a real option. He knows Vessels are a real option. And now the push comes. Dark Swarm is finished, Consume is finished, Lurkers are burrowing up there in the front. Scan is going to try to sneak through and kill the Defilers there, going in from the side there. Oh, he's going to try to kill the Defiler Mount again. He's sneaking up in there. Valkyrie's going to go down to the Scorches. Marines are still there in the top corner. Marines are in both corners, actually, forcing Byul to split his focus. There's only 2 Marines are on the bottom side. The real threat there is on the top corner. Byul knows this, though. We can see those Marines there with the Overlord Division. He's going to crawl up a little bit further, a little bit closer, and kill those Marines in the corner before Scan can respond. I like where this game is going. This game is turning out to already be pretty damn good. Scan has effectively been pushed out of Byul's base, except of course for those couple of Marines there still stuck in that top corner. But this game is going places. This game is going places. Valkyrie's coming in across the map, ready to take down some Overlords, but I think Byul is prepared for that harassment. Scan takes down the Lurkers with the Scan, but more Lurkers are burrowing up right next to them, and they forfeit their lives. But now Overlord's coming in. Well, Valkyrie's coming in to kill Overlords. Scorch is trying to save the day, but Scorch will go down before they can hit a single Valkyrie at all. So it's Overlord abuse that's on the menu for now. While Byul is trying to go bigger, and Scan is growing bigger. Gonna try to snipe the Defiler. Snipes the Defiler. Oh, wow. What a great snipe there from Scan. That was great. That was great. He saw the opportunity, and he took it. Poor Overlords. Poor Overlords. Continuously getting abused. So what does he have back at home? What does he have back at home? 2 factories, 5 starports, still relying heavily on his Marines. Valkyrie's getting taken down there in the back with a Plague and some Hydralisks to assist. Byul goes for the push. He wants to keep Scan out of the base. Sets up a strong Lurker Swarm there in the choke point. Scan can't snipe the Defiler. Gets the Defiler in the end with a target fire. Really well done. Unsieges just in time, pulls back a little bit further back into the middle. And Byul effectively regains complete control over his base, but Scan is anxious and very motivated to take that control out of Byul's hands. Although Byul is not going to let him or make it easy on him. The Filer irradiated, but the Lurker set up shop there in the middle. Gets 2 Dark Swarms down. 2 Dark Swarms just in the nick of time. But he's not moving towards Swarm number 2 yet. He's got a lot of Devourers to fight against those Valkyries. Great choice. I like what Byul is doing. This is a very diverse and well-timed tech mix. It's got every single bit of technology. I like where this is going. Now Scan finally starts adding on more factories. His upgrades are on a really great spot. Marines are in 2-2. Very strong bio armor he's got there. Byul first starts clearing out to control the turrets that Scan has there on the sides. Smart move. Guardian's coming in as well. Vessels getting chased down by Scorches though. Bam, bam, boom, boom, bam, boom, baby. Only a single one of them is left alive. Bam and a bam, boom. Sorry for that one. It was a bit cringe. I must admit, it was a bit cringe, but let's keep going. Alright, Vessels coming in. Guardians on the side. Guardians getting taken down by a strong stimmed Marines. A stimmed Latte coming in hot there from the right side into the corner base here on the middle. Takes most of it down pretty easily. And once again, Scan has taken back control, but Fessel's once again getting hunted down by Scorches. Yeah, it takes down a lot of them. Byul once again preparing attack number 2. Lurkers, Zerglings, and Defilers. So the ground melee game is what he's going to be playing with. He's got the Ultralisk Cavern there in the back as well, just in case he's got to switch up towards Ultralisks. He's on level 1 Carapace and level 1 melee attack for ground. Lurkers have no upgrades at the moment except the Carapace. Where it goes up, yeah, he gets a pretty good setup there. Pretty good setup. A lot of Lurkers, Hydras, and Zerglings as well. Zerglings, of course, there for the Consume to help push those Lurkers forward across the map. Sets up shop right on top of that army of Scan. And Scan forced to unsiege and retreat, but he's losing most of his army. Tanks on the side, though, are providing some side control there. Tanks are spaced out pretty damn well. There's more command centers here on the side for nukes. Scan this time, though, because he couldn't get that one Marine drop that he got in the previous game, where he played Terran against Zerg against Byul. This time around, he is not getting that foot between the door. He isn't managing to land a strong hit on Byul to help himself roll into the next phase of the game. Slide into the Devourers. Valkyries are forfeit. Mass stack on the middle. Only has energy for a single Radiate. 2 Radiates. But the Defiler Dark Swarms are effectively pushing Scan out of the middle. At least, the top section of the middle is now in Byul's control. Slowly but surely, this tug of war is moving inch by inch further away from Byul's base and closer towards Scan's. Yeah, once again, clearing out that side control. We have, I think, level 2 weapon and armor finished for the Zerglings. The air is currently on 1 carapace, no attack upgrade. An Overlord transportation on the way for Byul. Zerglings on the middle are pushing back the tanks. Setting himself up for another Dark Swarm there next to the tanks, but the Lurkers are too far away. He can't get those Lurkers under the Dark Swarm, and Scan wins the fight on the middle and is immediately retaking control. Give him a finger and he takes an arm, and yes, he is taking an arm because he's rolling right into that choke point there that belongs to Byul. He's not giving Byul any time whatsoever, but he might have been just a little bit too greedy as the play comes down on the tanks, and now he's being pushed back. The Dark Swarm comes down there. Plague Dark Swarm, he's losing the tank, but he's hand in there. Well, he's clearing out the sides. That was a little bit too greedy. Byul clearing out the sides there with his Guardians. Great move there on the middle. He's taking back control with Zerglings. Mole. Oh, he loses the Defiler. No Dark Swarm there to protect the Zerglings or the Lurkers. With another Dark Swarm there in the back, and the Defiler is going to throw down the Dark Swarm. He snipes the He snipes it. Oh my god, Scan. Oh my god, Byul. He sets up in between the tank line though, but Scan's Marines managed to save the day. And what looked to be an almost very strong push out from Byul gets shut down because he couldn't get the Defiler Swarm down in time. That was really well played there from Scan. I didn't think it would go like that. I really thought he would get the Dark Swarm down, but Scan sniped the Defilers twice. Really well played there. Attention to detail is insane. Alright, so Byul is preparing himself for the defense, because now he's forced to defend, because Scan is setting up control once again. Getting SVs on the sides for more turrets once again. Getting tanks in the middle, vessels on the middle, and Marines in front to keep those Zerglings away. He's just throwing away some supply, I guess. I feel that Byul wants to go for an Overlord mass drop, but He's loading up. He's loading up. He's got stuff in there. It looks like Scan kind of knows what's up. I think Scan knows what's up. The Marines are on the side, ready to intercept. Guardians... The Zerglings are loading on the side there to kill turrets, but Scan already has Marines there to take down those Zerglings. Tanks are on 1-2, Marines are on 3-3, Air is on 0-1. Great scout there with Scorches. Finds nothing of significance really, but at least something. Starts radiating his Valkyries, goes in for the attack there. Hydras are trying to intercept, Scorches are trying to intercept, but he goes in all the way. Valkyries are simply too tanky, starts burrowing up the drones. Drones are burrowed up. But he's gonna kill drones on the gas. In come the Scorches, but the Scorches get mowed down by the two Valkyries here still in the back. They're still alive, but the Hylids are gonna finish them off. But while that is happening, he's lost the Dark Swarm in the choke. He really quickly throws it back down, but he didn't lose two of his lurkers there in the choke. I'm liking this game so much. This match is tense, but most of all, it's tight. It's tight as fuck. It's lit, yo. Alright, so it looks like Byul regained control of the backside there. Has his drones back on the minerals. Had to remake a couple of drones for his gas income though, which is slowing him down a little bit because it means he's using larva for drones, not for units, which is always a disadvantage for the Zerg. Radiate's coming down on everything. Dark Swarm didn't come down in time. Scorch are hunting down the vessels. Vessels pull back, but they still get taken down. He's got tanks on both the ledges, so he's got control over the choke point. Byul has lost control over the choke point. Now has control over the front of his base though, but there's not a lot of surface area he has control over. Guardians once again come in. There's a couple of Valkyries coming in though to take care of the Guardians. There's no Devourers to help them. No Scorches ready to take down the area units. They're coming in hot now though, but the area units are running away, but they still get taken down. Took down most of the anti-area units there, but he still has more. More Scorches coming in. Takes down all the Valkyries. Now he's got the Guardians. Guardians have free room, free opportunity to take down this side here. Scan... I'm not sure where his army is. His army is in production, I guess. His army is mostly in production. He's got 2 nukes also. Those nukes eat up a lot of supply. They take 8 supply each. It really eats up the supply. He's got a lot of SCVs as well. 25,000 minerals. It won't hurt Scan to kill about 30 SCVs and just go for a small income for a little while. Units being loaded onto the side to start killing those turrets there. Goliath and tanks are on the way to clear out those units. He's got a Defiler there as well for a Dark Swarm on that single lurker. The lurker gets taken down just in time. Still has the Dark Swarm though. Throws it down, but the tanks are there. The tanks don't really care about the Dark Swarm. They don't really care that much. But they do get taken down by the Zerglings though. He does lose all the tanks. No, he doesn't lose all the tanks. He still has 4 HP on that one. Guardian's coming in to take down this side here. Where was the nuke? Where is the nuke? Nuke is up on the hill. And here in the front, double nuke. A fake one and a real one. This one is just for shits and giggles. Boom! Down it goes. More Zerglings unloaded there on the side. Byul is rapidly trying his best to basically try to break through every single segment of Scan's containment vessel as well as he can. But Scan is responding quick. But this is basically a race, a guerrilla warfare. Byul hits the left side, Byul hits the right side, Byul hits the middle, Scan responds, Scan clears it out, but Scan does lose some momentum. Now we've got Mass, Zergling, Hydra, and Lurker, and the Defiler army leaving the base to the middle. As Scan's units are there stuck on the top side, he's getting caught off guard, he's getting flanked, but tanks in the middle here are reinforcing to take back control, to not concede control. That's a lot of army. He's got the tanks there on the top side that have taken down some units, but now these tanks here Zergers on the middle are really pushing hard, but more tanks are spawning. They're back at home for a scan, but might not be enough because these Zerglings and Hyers are pushing in. They're pushing in. The tanks at the top that might have some control if he pushes them down just a little bit to take some of the reinforcements out of the mix. Byul is very quickly reinforcing his army, though. He's got a lot of Ultralisks on the way. This is starting to look really bad here for Scan. Byul is on the push. He's got a really strong combination of units. And Scan lost his SCVs, but he doesn't care about his SCVs because he has so many minerals, which means he can now produce a really big army. And he's got so many factories that he might just be quick enough before the Ultralisks arrive, but the Ultralisks are already there, already marching in. This is starting to feel really bad for Scan. All of a sudden, Byul is taking the reins, taking control. He's going in. He's going in hard. Not a lot of tanks there in the back, but more tanks should soon be spawning, but the Ultralisks are already on top of the tanks, and this is, yes, this is legitimately looking grim for Scan. Byul comes in hard with the Ultralisks and the Zerglings and the Scourges as well to take down the air. Vessels are gonna be hit by the Scourges. Oh, he's swarming in true Zerg fashion. He's swarming the base. Tanks are spawning, but there are so many in the base here. He gets down a lot of radiates on the lurkers, but the Ultralisks are so damn strong, regardless of the radiates. The game just suddenly turned around, and Byul is dominating. This is one of the very first times, like as I said, Scan has won about 100% of his TVZs. But now Byul is dominating. He just keeps swarming in. Every single time Scan's tanks respawn, there's simply too many units coming in to finish him off. I didn't expect this sudden turnaround, but Byul is proving himself to be absolutely dominant. Dominating. What a strong performance from Byul here. What a damn strong performance. Damn strong performance. Now do keep in mind Scan is a little bit rusty, but that shouldn't affect his ability to play specifically this matchup all too much. Really good game there from Byul. I am impressed. Great performance. And now we're going for game number 6. Scan against Byul. Byul on the Terran, Scan on the Zerg once again. Game number 6. Who is going to win this one? It really depends. Was this the best of 9 or was it the best of 7? If it's the best of 7, Byul has already won. If it's the best of 9, well, the length of the video kind of already gives away. But maybe this game is just a standalone game that they played extra at the end. Maybe these are all best of 3 sets. That's also possible. Maybe these are all best of 3s. I don't know. Alright. Byul on the Terran, Scan on the Zerg. Same spawn locations as last time. When Scan was Terran and Byul was... when Scan was Zerg and Byul was Terran. Yeah, where's the game gonna go? 8 barrack there from Byul. 9 supply, of course, following up right after. The one thing I like, well, there's 2 things about the 8 barrack that I like and dislike. The one thing I like is you get a very fast first barrack, which means a very fast first marine, and a very fast second marine, because your second barrack also is built a little bit faster than if you go for 8 supply, 9 barrack, 11 barrack. So that's one thing I like. What I dislike, though, is you get supply stuck for a couple seconds. What I also dislike is, because you basically move forward the expensive barracks compared to depots, you lose out on some minerals that you would otherwise be able to spend on a refinery and an early academy. But considering he's going for 2 barracks, not 3, you can move forward the early refinery and the early academy, and get early medic stim, and get early fire bats, probably. But of course, going for 2 barracks means you have less units. So there's drawbacks and advantages to both options. And honestly, all the advantages are worth it, if it works against the enemy build order. We find Scan pretty early on. It's going to be some pretty nifty abuse on those Sunkens, but the Zerglings are spawning, and the Zergling spawning should keep those Sunkens alive. Also, 2 Marines can't take down 2 Sunkens quick enough. So maybe this one is going to take some damage, but the Zergling spawn just in time, which means goodbye Marines and hello Sunken. Takes down the SV. 4 Marines are on the middle. Number 5 and 6 are on the way as well. Scan knows because he has vision with the Overlord, so the Zergling is going to have to be running away to safety. Skidoodly-doo, and they're gone. Now once again, Scan has these openings here on the side that Firebats can walk through, but I think Scan knows that maybe this time he should cover the sides there and close them before Byul can break through, but Byul is actually going for a late academy and fast factory instead. He tricked me well. I thought he was going to go academy into factory. It's the other way around. So we're going to see a slow stim, but a fast tank. Scan knows though, because his overboard is right next to it. He knows. There's no trickery involved here that Byul can abuse or use to his advantage. Barrack number 3 there. Machine shop there being added on. Scan is going for Zerglings. He's going for a Zergling all in. Not sure if I like that option, because with this option here, with the placement of the barracks in the front, it's very difficult for a Zerg to break through with Zerglings. Because there's this very small opening that they all have to barge through, and that is not really going to work. He's going to try though, he's going to try. He's going to try to... Oh, he's getting Burrow upgrade. Burrow there on the hatchery, lair on the way. He's going to try to catch Byul off guard with the burrowed Zerglings. It's some trickery of his own. That's a lot of Zerglings on the middle there. A lot of Zerglings. Burrows them up. Sometime in the near future, these Marines and medics and tanks are going to walk right over. And that is when Scan is going to strike. And he plans on striking decisively and hard once. And hopefully end the game quick. He's trying some trickery. Now, whether that trickery is going to work, I don't know, because an engine bay is on the way, but there's no starport on the way and no detection whatsoever anywhere to be found. Now, Byul is already moving out. Byul is already moving out. Walks straight onto and over. Scan has to surround. Oh, he goes in with the surround there. Yes, he's going in hard. He gets all the kills. All the rings are going down. Zerglings are very hot right now. Zerglings are the hottest thing on the planet right now, as he managed to kill everything there with the unburrow. But the tanks there are staying alive for longer than they should. He burrows up right in the choke point there. But actually, that gives the medics just enough time to heal up. He unburrows. He pulls back a couple of those Zerglings. Pulls back the remainder as well. Firebats are on the way. I'm not sure if burrowing there in the choke point was the correct choice, but the medics, of course, in its very small choke point, make it almost impossible to actually attack the Marines. We've got Lurker aspect on the way there for Scan. He's going to switch over into Lurkers. We got Hatchet number 4. They're also on the way in the back. Oh, Byul is moving out. Byul is moving out. I'm not sure he saw the Zerglings. Gonna try to sneak through there. There's 2 Firebats there in the front. He's gonna kill. He's gonna try to get us around on the Firebats. Firebats managed to pull back just in time. Great micro and control there from Byul. Keeps him alive. Prevents Scan from breaking in. The Lurkers are moving on the side there. It's gonna try to get us around there on the tanks in the middle. It's about any time. You gotta go any time about now, Scan. You gotta go. You gotta kill this. Although it's so hard with those medics blocking the Zerglings. And Firebats just do so well with a little bit of healing in the mix. Gets us around there on the units there, moving and leading the choke point, but the Marines in the end do come out victorious and Scan pulls back just a little bit. Commences number 2, they're on the way. Starport also on the way. Lurkers and Finisher on the side. Lurkers are going in there with the protection from the Zerglings. They're distracting, but the Lurkers are burrowing a little bit too far away. Oh no! He goes in, he has to go now, but Byul goes in as well. He gets the lurkers burrowed up in the choke point. Gonna kill that tank there on the side just in time. Forces Byul away, but the game isn't looking that pretty because the execution from Scan, the timing was just a little bit off. Byul just having great luck with his timing, really. Or maybe just great setup there with the one barrack in the choke, making it so hard for Scan to get into the base. Creating a small little opening really made it so difficult for Scan to make this build order work. If Byul had placed his factory in the base and his barrack in the base itself, Scan would have had a field day having free entry into Byul's base. Goes in, Lurkers burrowing up, Lurkers burrowed up successfully, but the Scan comes in, the Scan kills everything! The Scan kills Scan's army. Scan couldn't successfully resist. The Lurker burrows up a little bit too slow, and now Scan is in a world of hurt because there's only a single sunk at the end of the choke. There's some Lurkers moving in the front though, but this is gonna be difficult for Scan to hold off with only 16 drones against 37 SCVs there from Byul, who has a massive base and massive production already up and running. Lurkers are burrowing up just in time to keep those Marines away, but the sunken goes down. Lurkers are going closer and closer towards the middle. But tanks are pushing back just in time. The one attack there for Marines is close to finishing up, and they got a vessel on the way there in the base for Byul. No radiate in the queue just yet. Zerking sacrificing their lives to help those workers push those tanks back. But we're gonna soon have another Scan ready for Byul, and Scan knows it's gotta go now. He's gotta kill this army now before the Scan upgrade, before the Scan is ready. The Scan is ready just in time, and Byul target fires the lurkers, and that is the game. Scan loses his army on the middle again to the Scan, which came in just in time. And Byul is our victor with a 5-win to 1-loss score. Great performance. Great performance from Byul. And great performance from Scan as well, given he hasn't played fastest in about 6 months. So he's pretty damn rusty. He's pretty damn out of shape, but he still put down some great games against Byul, who by now is, in my opinion, one of the best fastest 1v1 players at the moment in the world. So really, really great games there from these two powerhouse players. Gonna upgrade that score there at the end. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and come back around for another video sometime in the near future. I still have that set between JH and Mitchell to finish. So that is the next thing on the list. Thanks for watching and see you next time around here. There was RJB for RJB TV. And see you soon with more action on Fastest Map with RJB. That's me for RJB TV.